It's Wednesday, July 1st, and after working 9 straight days, this will be an abbreviated kind of manga market analysis. I really want to focus on the English side this week and show you some stuff I don't normally show, so it's not going to be like a dollar countdown. It'll just be like, books that sell for money that maybe we haven't seen that much of before. I am going to post the Japanese top 10 BGS graded manga. So as you can see, like literally everything was One Piece. Like 8 of the top 10 were literally One Piece, and of those 6 were volume 1 in grades from 8.0 to 9.4. I do want to go into that One Piece 9.4 a little bit because that looks like the deal of the century, that you had a One Piece BGS 9.4 sell for $5,000. But when you dig into that particular listing, you're going to find something interesting. It was a 9.4, but it was altered. And if you read the altered, basically this was sanded again. I got to say, that really hurt the value. Because normally this, like a 9.4, would sell for closer to like 20 grand. The top One Piece was this one right here. It was a 9.0. It was listed for 17.5. It actually sold for 11,000. You can totally expect like a BGS 9.4 would have went for well above 20 grand, not 5,000. But obviously that altered tag on the BGS has really hurt that value. Now 5,000 still not bad, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I think they would have done a lot better. The other one I wanted to point out was this BGS 7.5 Volume 1 of Berserk from 1990. They had it for $4,000. It actually sold for $2,800. But when I was looking to confirm the value on 130 point, I discovered a very interesting fact. And yeah, so here's a listing. It's actually a better book. It's a first print BGS 8.5. It only went for $2,250. This is the first graded manga I've seen anyway go for heritage auctions this way, so kind of cool. So there you go. It's not just eBay anymore, right? So anyway, that's the basic Japanese. Welcome to One Piece again. Let's get into the English here. All right, here we go with English manga. We didn't have that gigantic like $10,000 sale like I did this last time with the 1 in 5,000 One Piece graded, but we did have a big graded manga sale. This is a BGS 9.0 Demon Slayer Volume 1 first print English. So it actually went for $1,250. That's a big sale for an English manga. Anyway, now we're going to jump into some of the more obscure titles. I'm going to start with Interviews with Monster Girls Volume 5. This one went for $115. First time it's ever been on the list. Next up, we have an Ex-Library Kobato by Clamp, Volume 5. Just the fact it's Ex-Library and still went for like $159.99. Be interesting to see how much like a newer volume would go for of this. Here's one I have had on the list before. This is a Rave Master. This is the last omnibus, so volume 33 to 35. But I put this on because $450 is a massive sale for this. This is, I think, more than it's ever gotten. Reincarnated as a Sword, the manga, volume 4, sold for $108.29. That is crazy. This one always sells for good money. This is Resident Evil. This is all 5 books. Seller was asking $600. And as you can see, they accepted $500. Now what's interesting is another one went on that same day for $570. So yeah, the Resident Evil books are always pretty big. Well, here's one I haven't seen for a while. This is Shonen Jump number 0. It went auction, sold for $205.50. And since we have Shonen Jump number 0, might as well put up Shonen Jump Volume 1. This one came with the bag, but it's not sealed. That's the most I've ever seen one of these go for, to be honest, so that's pretty impressive. Here's one I didn't know. First time I've seen it. This is Solanin, an epilogue manga set. So it went for 268 British pounds, which is about $340 US. Now, I did recognize the name. Inyo Asano is basically the manga behind Goodnight Punpun. So that's why it looked familiar, but I'd never actually seen this one before, so that's pretty interesting. I know I've had GTO the early years on here before for sales, but not volume 14. So this was listed at $250 and the seller accepted $225. So we might as well continue with our GTO the early years theme here. So this is volume 11, listed for $300, and the seller wind up taking $250. The more I see these listings, the more I actually want to read the Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash light novels. So this is volume 16, went for $250 as a light novel. This is a new one. This is Go For It Again, Nakamura, volume 2. First printing went for $199. It had one bid by auction. This one is for Narnia, or for Narnia, I guess I should say. Girls Last Tour, volume 1. First printing, English, $125. For those that don't realize, the sealed Gantz omnibuses are usually worth money. This one's volume 12, sealed, $325. Here's one I haven't seen before, Fooly Cooly, or FLCL, volume 3, English, from 2009, went for $200. This is an older one, the Tokyo Ghoul Monster Edition Volume 4, which is books 10, 11, 12. These go for big money. The 4th edition goes for really good coin. So we had one sell here on May 10th for $675. You can see one went for on April 20th for $500. So that's the English side. Got manga coming tomorrow. Unfortunately, today is a holiday, or fortunately for me, because I don't have to work today. Yeah, it's holiday in Canada, which means I'm not going to get my mail. I should tomorrow actually get 2 packages. I've been tracking them. The first one is the scam manga, which I don't think is a scam. I've been tracking that way the whole through, but we'll open it, we'll find out, and yeah. And the other one is those 4 Ichi the Witch, the sealed. That might be first print, they might be second. We'll find out, but they're all sealed, so if the first print, woohoo, you're going to see a happy Edward. If not, it's fine. I paid $64 for the 4 of them, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I'll get those packages, and then we'll find out from there. And that's basically, it's a quick recap, sorry. But yeah, been working a lot. I just wanted to make sure everybody saw some manga sales, and yeah, so, and then we'll do some openings again. I'm looking forward to that, to be honest. I'm really curious to see how that Ichi the Witch, if that's first or second. I have read the English of it. It's not really a series for me, but it was fun. I do like Centurio, though. I have more Centuria coming as well to catch up on that. So anyways, thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.